Hi, this is Dan Locke. Today I'm going to give you a few techniques on how to use the wooden dummy. And very often beginners, when they get a wooden dummy at home, they're not sure how to use it and they hit it like a heavy bag, and that's just not right. Now in traditional Wing Chun, we have 108 forms, and you can do the very traditional forms, things like that. There's nothing wrong with that. Now for a beginner, I want to give you, first of all, an overview, maybe a couple quick tips on the proper way of how to use the wooden dummy. Now first of all, the wooden dummy is not a heavy bag. You are not going to bang it, you're going to hit it just like a heavy bag. That's not right. And also, this is a piece of equipment. So you are not training it like this is like a human person, this is a human being, you're moving around, although you could. But the wooden dummy, what it's designed to do is a couple of things, a couple of key benefits for this wooden dummy. Number one, when you hit the wooden dummy, when you're practicing using the wooden dummy, it conditions your forearm. Okay? When you're used to hitting the wooden dummy, you can see you can take the impact. When you take the impact, suddenly when you touch a human hand, it feels like butter. When you can move the wooden dummy, when you practice enough, going through a person and bridging the gap, it becomes very easy. That's number one. Number two, it focuses you on having a good structure. So imagine if I'm doing a street class, if let's say I'm off center line here, you can see, and I'm not doing it right down the center line. On the wooden dummy, you'll see I'm hitting the arm. It'll feel awkward. So if I'm hitting the wooden dummy, boom, boom, boom. You see that? This, it forces me to have good form right there. Right? Even when I'm doing blocking and things like that, it forces me to have a good form. That's the second thing. And third thing, yes, also your structure in terms of when we bridge the gap, we're checking the leg right here. Make sure we're always checking the leg. So those are some of the benefits. So you're not hitting like a heavy bag. Imagine I have a steel bag here. You're not fighting like this to a guy. But this is a nice piece of equipment even when you're doing solo work and you're practicing on your own. So for beginner, how to use the wooden dummy? Very simple. Let's say we take one of the most popular techniques in Wing Chun. Let's take the Pak Sao, right? If you have a Pak Sao, and then we hit. Very simply, you look at the wooden dummy, just right here, and you can take a traditional Wing Chun stance. So imagine we're touching hand there, so no different than we're touching hand like that, like so. You're going your Pak Sao now. Some people, they might park this way, so this is the outside gate. They park, and then they hit. Now, personally, I don't like this because if you see how this is not proper form, so this is no good. I much prefer to go practice here, and I park, and I just go in like that. Okay, but in reality, this is not really what that looks like. I like it. Do like this. I park, and I hit. I park, and I hit. Now, one of the most common mistakes that people make when they're hitting the arm, they're doing a lot like this. You see someone even on YouTube video who doesn't really know who doesn't really know how to practice, don't know what they're doing. They might hit it like this. You can see a lot of side energy. You see? A lot of side energy. That's not correct. When you're practicing, your intention, your focus needs to be going through the dummy. This is the person, spine, the structure. So you see the difference. Now my energy is on the side. You see that? Like this, my energy is up. See that? It's not right. I should focus on forward pressure. So same technique. Up, see, forward. See my structure? It's not like this. It's more like this. So Pak Sao, it's not inside, but forward. See the difference? So Pak Sao, and in the beginning, do it slow. Don't try to do it. Forget about that shit. It looks good, but practice the form. Center line, forward. Just do it like that. Even don't repeat, just do it like that. If you, of course, this is the warrior dummy, this is that. You can actually make it full power, but if you have a traditional wooden dummy, don't punch it because you hurt yourself. But you can do it a palm strike, just palm strike. Just like that. So for beginner, practice this many, many, many times. Now, second technique. It could be the Lap Sao. So Lap Sao right here, right? Lap Sao, we punch, right? Lap Sao, everybody knows. Lap Sao from here, hold, as you can see. Hold, elbow, and you punch. Or could be punches. Let's say punch. Right. Turn my body. Right. When you can hold like this, when you pull a human arm, they just fly. Right? Again. Or you can do Lap Sao, Lap Sao, Lap Sao, Lap Sao, mix it up. So that's the second technique you can practice. It could be any of the techniques, it could be Bong Sao. Right? It could be Bong Sao. Again, the energy is not side, hold, hold. And then you do a Lap Sao too, right? Or go back to Pak Sao. So for beginner, when you're practicing form, slow, forward energy, focus on going through the dummy, not the arm, focus on going through the dummy. Another very good technique or thing another thing to practice on a wooden dummy is this. It's bridging the gap. Okay, bridging the gap and closing the gap. Because a lot of times you see Wing Chun practitioners, they go around the dummy, they're hitting the dummy this way, they're hitting the dummy this way, and that's okay. One of the things I like to do is to bridge the gap. So imagine, this it could be Wing Chun, that could be natural stance. So this is the point. We're bridging the gap. Let's say if I want to do a finger jab, I want to kind of check. And let's say the guy has he stands like this. Just imagine the guy's like this. I'm here. So if I want to bridge the gap, finger jab right there. So practice from natural stance. Or sometimes I might check the leg first and then I slow. So that's another way you can practice. You can practice outside gate, inside gate, again, outside gate, inside gate, many things you can do. So those are some of the techniques and tips for beginners on how to properly use the wooden dummy.